from Tribe to Village. This is our tribe, our village, our family. And today we're joined by Franchesca Rodriguez to talk about her fertility journey with intrauterine insemination, aka IUI. Hi, Franchesca.
Hey, nice to be here. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. This is such a infertility, fertility issues is such a touchy topic that a lot of us shy away from, but so many of us experience it, and it's so important to share our stories. So thank you again for being here.
Oh, thank you for having a platform. I wish I would have had videos like yours when I was on my journey, because it was hard to find information.
It's great that we're being a part of the change together, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So Franchesca, when did you know it was time to seek, professional help for your fertility issues? Like, when did you say, okay, something's wrong here, I need to go talk to someone?
Well, if I start at the beginning, because I'm a real scientist here, I like to start at the beginning. I never had a first period. So it was called primary amenorrhea. And, my parents are both immigrants, so they didn't really question anything the doctor said. So the minute the doctor said put her on birth control to bring a period, that's just what they did. So I just did that until I was 18, and I didn't think anything of it. I just didn't think anything. I never questioned it again. I was just on this hormone medication for years and years and years.
At which age did you start the hormone medication?
16. They called it at 16.
Oh, wow.
They called it at 16 because at 13, my mother has said, shouldn't she have already gotten it? Everybody else has gotten it. They just said, just wait. And then at 16, she brought it up again. They put me on birth control. And then I had a boyfriend when I was 23. And we started talking about having a baby. And then I said, well, let me tell the doctor, because I've never been off this birth control. So think about that. That's 16. That's 7 years straight.
Yeah.
Just no questions asked, nothing.
Yeah.
And then I went to the doctor and they said, well, you've never had a period? I said, nope. And then they said, do you have a thick mustache? And I was like, yeah. They said, do you happen to have abs? And I was like, yeah, I do have abs. I've never done a crunch a day in my life where I do have abs. And they're like, yeah, so you have increased muscle tone and you don't have ovulation. And it just never, nothing was ever clicking. I never thought about having kids. So I just never questioned anything. And then I started, I got diagnosed with PCOS. They tried blood pressure medicine to tackle the testosterone. And finally I just tried a different doctor and the treatment was completely streamlined.
Said you didn't really know that you had a fertility issue, right? You just thought you were just going about life and you just happened to be one of those, depending on how you view it, lucky ones who never had a period or so you just went to doctors to help manage the hormones?
Well, pretty much just didn't know there's two types of PCOS. You either get big or you get little. So if my PCOS goes unmanaged, I get very slim. There's no fat left on my body. But my cousin has the big PCOS and she's on the metformin. We're from the same diabetic grandmother we came from. So the bigger girls get caught earlier. So my cousin says it too, you're so lucky, you don't have to deal with all this stuff. But it's I would have liked to know what was wrong. I would have done the research I did at 25, maybe at 16, had I known that there was a name for it,
Yeah. So you went into the doctor and then eventually you were connected to the right doctor. And they said, you were like, I'm considering having a child with my boyfriend. What could I do? And did they immediately suggest IUI, intrauterine insemination, or did they suggest something else?
I had to do timed IUI. That's the first one they make you try. So timed IUI is they never really have to collect any sperm sample from the male. You did the Provera the 10 days. Now it's day one of your period. Around day 10, they're gonna start calling you into the office. Yeah, it's about that time. So now you get there at 5 in the morning, 6. You battle the ladies. You're in the door. You're number one. You're 7 a.m. They take your blood and they do a intrauterine sonogram. It looks like a phallic thing, but it is a camera on the top. So once it goes in, they count the length of the follicles in your fallopian tubes, because that's how they know when the eggs are ready to release. Because the problem for me was that the hormone wasn't getting out of my brain to tell the fallopian tubes to release. So they were measuring it, and then once they call it, maybe on day 5, now it's day 5 that you've been waking up early, getting your blood drawn, alternating arms, trying not to look like a junkie, you know, getting this thing shoved up you right and early, like an English muffin, some breakfast, and that right up in your hoochie.
You were making it so glamorous.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was fortunate. There was ladies there like singing in the morning, praying in the morning.
Yeah.
I loved it. Everybody here. There's no shame here. We're all here. Some people had their husbands. I had nobody. I was there like Jesus.
You had
Jesus.
God.
I was there, Jesus.
And your ancestors. Yeah.
That's it. So then okay. So then they call you on day 5, 6, maybe 4. Franchesca, now's the time. Remember that cold injection they told you to ship to your house and put in the fridge? When you go home tonight, you shoot it 1 inch next to your belly button. And you have 72 hours to get knocked up. Because
so that injection triggers the ovulation. Oh, okay. Is that what they call a trigger shot?
I guess it's only the one time a try shot. It wasn't in the butt through the muscle. Those are painful. That hurt. That one wasn't painful at all. I could do it myself. You pinch your little fat, ching ching. You don't feel anything. Almost like a mosquito bite. You don't feel anything.
Okay.
Now the next 72 hours, inducing an egg that's never come down in a fallopian tube on its own. It was like passing a kidney stone.
Oh my goodness, really?
And then
this process hurts.
So like to stand up from a chair was like excruciating. And then you have 72 hours to get knocked up. That's how you do timed IUI.
Oh, that's the timed one. So that's then the other option would be non-timed IUI,
right? Now it's the same process. Those 72 hours, instead of you being on your own, you got 72 hours to get a sperm sample into this office. So you can go under the knife to put that sperm in. But they're both called IUI.
Yeah. Okay. Just one is timed and one is non-timed. And you did the timed.
If your partner doesn't want to get his sperm sample taken, they do that one first. Or if there's really no reason to suspect that his sperm would be, like he's already had children, which my baby father already had children. So they didn't question the sperm count. He didn't have diabetes or any pre-existing conditions. I think it would be different if the candidate was different. Maybe an older person, they want to test the sperm out before they're even. It's a very expensive process.
Or you could even be a younger person and not have
any kids,
or not, or they're not good swimmers, you know, or there's just
diet,
unexplained infertility. How much did that cost?
I did that in 2017, and my union. Yeah, baby, America first. That's right, union power. They, I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed. You get 3 tries with timed IUI. You get 3 tries with the IUI that they gotta go in. Then you get 3 tries with IVF. And all I paid
by your insurance.
All I paid was for co-pays, $20 a day, because it was $20 of blood work a morning. So like it came out to like $150 a month, after all the co-pays I was paying.
You see, having access to health insurance is so important.
What
Oh my
would I have
goodness.
done? What would I
Oh
have
my
done?
goodness. And now you have your little princess to show about it.
Yes, I did 3 tries of timed IUI. And by
3.
the
Okay.
and by the end, the last try, those morning check-ins with the camera, with my hoo-ha camera, I would be turned this way. We'd all be
Uh-huh.
looking at the same computer screen, and I would see the numbers when they were clicking. I'd be like, oh, that's a nice lining number, 7.6. That's
Uh-huh.
good. You know, oh, it's looking good. Those, what's the left?
Mhm.
You got like a 4 on that left. I think they're ready. I think they're ready too. You know, you ask a lot of questions. It's important to
Yeah.
ask questions about your own treatment, you know?
Oh, that is so, uh, oh, that's so touching because you see how far you've come. Because in the beginning, you didn't ask
Yeah.
any questions
Nothing.
when you didn't get your period.
Nothing.
And so
Yeah.
you were just going through life. So now, you know, you're an adult, you're adulting, you know how important it is to advocate for yourself. So you
Yeah.
go, girl.
I even, we're gonna get TMI because your show is about honesty and womanhood. I even recently induced my own period without medicine for the first time in my life. Like the first time.
Really?
Yeah, but
Really?
the only other time I could think of was after I gave birth. And I don't know if that counts.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, does it count? Because I
Mm.
was already bleeding. Like, does it count?
Mhm.
But this one was me looking up herbal remedies for slim PCOS. Like, my search
Wow.
has gotten slimmer and
Wow.
slimmer.
You know,
And then,
Francesca, we're gonna save that
yeah,
for another show. So come
yeah,
back if
yeah,
you want to
yeah,
see, if you want to hear
yeah,
more
yeah.
about that. So
Thank you, thank you.
you mentioned that you tried 3 times,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you also mentioned that it was a psychologically grueling, not only
Yeah.
psychologically, but physically grueling process. So, oh,
Spiritually, because you
and
don't want to give up
spiritually,
faith, but you keep seeing
yeah.
other people get pregnant, and you're like, I'm praying too.
That was
Yeah,
my question. Like, how did you
yeah.
find the strength to keep? You tried once, it didn't work. You tried
Mhm.
a second time, it didn't work. How did you get the courage, the strength to keep going despite all of that pain?
I had to surrender fully.
Mhm.
Only when I surrendered fully, and I actually thought the third time didn't work. And I
Mm.
said, okay, Jesus, you don't want me to have a baby? That's
Mhm.
fine. Then that's what I'm gonna pray that I want in my heart, that I
Did
don't
you
want a baby.
really say that, or did you
Yes.
say, okay, not IUI, okay, I'll go to IVF next?
No. I really
Really?
wasn't trying anymore because honestly, maybe if I would have had a partner that was willing to try further than that, maybe I would have kept
Mhm.
trying. But the minute he said, I'm not going to test my sperm, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, then I had
Mhm.
to kind of make peace with it. And I said
Yeah.
that I can still have a beautiful, fulfilling life. Like, if this is not your will, then I'm going to pray on myself to want your will for myself. And that's it. And
Perspective is everything.
then I signed up for graduate school, and
Uh-huh.
I was knocked up drinking Hennessy, celebrating my acceptance into graduate school. Super pregnant, like 30 days pregnant, my poor baby. I got into grad school. I was
Your
up.
baby's gonna be the life of the party. Your
It's like,
baby
I know.
comes out like,
Yeah, it's like that degree. I remember that degree. I
oh
remember
my
that. Yeah.
goodness. Wow. What a blessing. So it finally worked and you were just like over the moon, huh?
And in the moment, it feels like it's never gonna end, and then it's over. It's just over. Like,
Mm-hmm.
ping, you get pregnant, and you never ever have to do it again. So,
Francesca, if you could, would you do the process all over again? Yeah.
yeah, I do want another baby. Yeah,
Oh, so
but
given
yeah,
given that your situation was your specific
yeah,
issue was not ovulating,
yeah,
would you have to do the IUI again
yeah.
if you try for a second baby?
Another test I had to do before they clear you is that they want to check if your fallopian tubes are blocked, because they won't even start the process if they're blocked. Because why would they do that process
Yeah.
instead of direct implantation through IVF? You
Mm.
know, and back in 2017, it was a catheter, very painful,
Hmm.
catheter.
Another
Uh,
painful thing. Oh goodness.
it was more painful. It was equally as painful as the 10-day psychological warfare of Provera.
Wow.
Because in 10 minutes you have dye injected in, and if your fallopian tubes are blocked and that dye has nowhere to go, you're just cramping. And even with minds that were both clear, the cramping of the dye was so painful, combined with the x-ray machine that's getting slammed into your knees so that they can get a clear picture. Like,
oh my God.
Like now I mentioned to the doctor, because we still talk, because I'm still trying to do my PCOS endocrinology management with the same doctor that helped me have my baby. I still talk to him sometimes about that. He says that machine's gone. They do it a new way now. I said, oh goodness, good for them now. Good for them now. I had to go through the guillotine, but I'm so happy you guys figured it out a year later.
Like, sacrifice. Well, thank you. Thank you for being the sacrifice.
Yeah. It was my complaints. I did complain.
But you know, the beautiful thing is technology is evolving so quickly, so fast that now by the time you try for your second one, you don't even have to deal with all that old school stuff, you know?
I feel like I could teach the class this time around. Like when the students come, I could be like, come guys, listen up.
Listen, you already taught us a lot in this short video. So why not, you know?
You teach me a lot too. Thank you.
Oh my God, Franchesca, I know, listen, all the pain, everything you make it, you know, it's beautiful that it was worth it.
Yeah.
Just at the end, if you're struggling with like fertility issues and you're a good candidate for the IUI, which I like it because it seems like it's less invasive than IVF, right?
Those people in the IVF that were sitting next to me on that floor were in pain because it's a totally different ball game for them.
Yeah.
Heavier duty hormones. Intramuscle injections through the butt cheeks, you know, like
way more invasive. So
I got super lucky. Lucky.
So no matter what, if you're going through infertility issues right now, just know that there are options for you. And even though the process may be so painful or hard to like wrap your head around, painful physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you could do it. Hang in there. It took Franchesca 3 tries.
Yeah.
And now she has like a superstar princess. She's the cutest thing ever.
That's the best baby ever.
Yes. Well, thank you, Franchesca, for sharing your story. Is there anything you want to, say to our viewers?
Oh, keep doing what you're doing, Manobuka. I wish I would have had someone like you. I wish I would have had it. Now I have it, and now I watch you. Yeah.
Yes, now you have it, and now you're part of the tribe, Franchesca. Welcome to the tribe, and everybody who's watching. And that's what we need to do. We need to support each other, be there for each other, and on that note, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Let's
hit the bell.
Grow.
Notifications. That's it.
Hit it. And be back next time for another episode of Tribe to Village. Thank you. Bye.